Hi dear students, in previous video we have studied layered architecture. So today we are going to study one of the example of layered architecture, and that is OSI reference model. So in your syllabus they have given two examples of layered architecture. First one is OSI reference model and second one is TCP IP reference model. So first let us study what is OSI reference model. So the OSI represents Open System Interconnection. Open System Interconnection model, and it was developed by ISO. It was developed by ISO. ISO means International Organization for Standardization. International Organization for Standardization. So because of this thing, it is also called as ISO OSI reference model. ISO OSI reference model, and it acts as a model for computer communication architecture and as a framework for developing protocol standards. So now let's see how OSI reference model looks. So this is the diagrammatic representation of OSI reference model. So as you can see in diagram, there are total how many layers? 7 layers. Okay, so OSI reference model consists of 7 layers, and the purpose of each layer is to offer some services to its upper layer. So here, for example, physical layer always provides some services, means work, to data link layer. Data link layer provides service to network layer, like that. So each layer is maintained to provide some service to its upper layer. It is designed to deal with, means OSI reference model is designed to deal with open systems. Open systems means that are the systems which are open for communication with other systems. So that is why it is called as open system interconnection model. So now come to the OSI model here. So let's see what all it consists of. So first of all, it has 7 layers, that are physical, data link, network, transport, session, presentation and application layers. So it has same layers another side also. Means what? There are two hosts, host A and host B. So host A is a sender and host B is a receiver. So how it works is, so whatever information you want to send, so that information will be prepared by host A, and now host A want to send information to host B. So from host A side also that information passes through 7 layers here. So 7 layers means already you know, it follows the layered architecture. So what layered architecture represents is the transmission of that data from host A to host B in different steps. So for each step a particular layer is defined. So here it transmits through 7 steps, and at host B side also it is received through 7 steps. So now next one is, you can see here between application layer of host A and application layer of host B there is application protocol. Between presentation layer there is presentation protocol, like that session protocol and transport protocol between session and transport layer respectively. So what this protocol represents is, these represents the rules on which host A of application layer must work with host B of application layer, and like that host A of presentation layer must follow the protocol with presentation layer of host B, like that. And then remaining 3 layers, network layer, data link layer and physical layer, they don't have particular separate protocols, they work on subnet. So whatever square box you are seeing here, that we can call as communication subnet. So those all bottom three layers work on subnet, and you can see here network layer, between two network layers of host A and host B, network layer host router protocol is there. Like that, data link layer host router protocol, between physical layer host router protocol. So for these three bottom layers, this separate subnet is created, and in that subnet the host router protocols are defined for respective network, data link and physical layers. Okay. Then come to the units they use to exchange. So here at the side of physical layer you can see bit, then frame, packet, TPDU, SPDU, PPDU, APDU. So here what this bit, frame, packet this represents is, they are the form of data that are transmitted in respective layers. So physical layer transmits data in terms of bits. In terms of what? Bits. Data link layer transmits data in terms of frames. Network layer transmits data in terms of packets. Transport layer transmits data in terms of TPDU. TPDU means Transport Protocol Data Unit. Session layer transports data in terms of SPDU. SPDU means Session Protocol Data Unit. Then PPDU is Presentation Layer Data Form. It means Presentation Protocol Data Unit. And last one is APDU. APDU means Application Protocol Data Unit. So this is the complete structure of what? OSI reference model. Okay, then this is one of the very important concepts in DC. In exam you will get definitely this question for 5 marks or 10 marks. Okay, so remember this concept. And while explaining this reference model, you can't exchange the position of layers. So as they are in sequence from top to bottom, you have to write in the same sequence. You can't swap any layers. You have to follow the same sequence for layers because they are hierarchically defined based on their work. Okay. So always you have to write first layer as physical, second layer as data link, third layer as network, then transport, then session, then presentation, then application. So better you remember these layers sequentially. So to remember these layers in sequence, we have one logic here. So remember this statement. With this statement you can remember sequence of layers very easily. So this statement is, this is just for your remembering. Okay, don't write in exam. This is only for your sake. So this logic statement is, all people seems to near Domino's Pizza. All people seems to near Domino's Pizza. So if you want, then note down this statement. All people seems to near Domino's Pizza. All people seems to near Domino's Pizza. So here from all, A stands for application layer, top to bottom. A stands for application layer. From people, P stands for presentation. Seems, S stands for session. To, T stands for transport. Near, N stands for Domino's. Near, N stands for network. From Domino's, D stands for data link. From pizza, P stands for physical layer. Okay, so now you can easily remember the sequence of layers with this logical statement. But remember it, don't write it in exam, only for your remembering it is. So in tomorrow's video, we shall study the functions of each layer of OSI model, and better while listening to video, you note down the important points from each layer. It will help you. So while watching the next video, you sit with pen and paper and note down each functions of layer and remember it. Once again I am repeating it. It is very important concept of DC. Thank you.